Get it.
Who's dancing with me right now? You better be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Breakdown.
Let's do this thing. Hello and welcome, one and all. I am certified personal trainer Mary Beth Rockwell from the Next Fitness Thing. I'm in an extra good mood today. You'll see why very shortly. You might have heard why if you were listening in before we got started. But I also want to say hello and welcome to our illustrious leader, CEO, the executive producer of this show, also certified personal trainer, also yoga instructor. Also, we're running out of length for your titles, Alexis, but Alexis Craig is with us. Hello.
Hello.
Jackie of all trades, as I like to call her. And we have a lot to cover in this show, a lot of things coming up to the Next Fitness Thing we want to fill you in on. And then we're going to give you some really good discussion topics in this one. But first, I want to introduce the one, the only, the brand new to the Next Fitness Thing trainer on our training staff, my dear friend of dozens of years, ladies and gentlemen, Fernando Ventresca. I have been looking forward so much. We have not seen each other in person for probably a couple of years, right? So this is like the first time in a while that we've gotten together. But oh my gosh, I'm so happy that you work with us now.
Well, thank you, because it's all because of you, Mary Beth.
Oh my gosh, no.
Thank you.
You are an awesome rock star. We're going to talk more about that and your background and how you came to us a little bit later on. But you are joining us from Lisbon, Portugal, correct?
That's correct. Where currently is at about 9 o'clock at night on a Friday in Lisbon. We just got back from dinner, so we had dinner early just so I could make it back in time. Because, dinner doesn't really come like 8 or 9 o'clock, maybe even 10 on a Friday. The Portuguese do not believe in eating dinner at like 6 or 7. It's just not going to happen.
Well, you're a doll for doing that for us. Thank you. And Fernando and I met in radio, by the way, when we both worked for the same radio station. And he just came off many years of being morning radio DJ. So 9 o'clock is late for you, but I'm sure you've made that transition since you've been out of it for a little bit, right? Okay. Sweet. Okay.
Like so a duck to water.
Duck to water, baby. Okay. More on what's coming up on the show. Aside from Fernando's hanging with us for the entire show, by the way, I'm super stoked about that. We're going to dig into our TNFS mailbag and answer your questions. So remember, if you have any health, wellness related questions, even just why does Alexis do this or why does MB say that, go ahead and send those in too. We're happy to answer them. You can send them to tnft@thenextfitnessthing.com. We'll have our mid-show stretch break and move of the week, as is customary, to get you off your backside and get the blood pumping a little bit. We are, like I said, lots of coming attractions for the Next Fitness Thing. We're going to fill you in on those. And here's where we get into the housekeeping. Please bear with me, but it's important. Please, if you've not already done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That is the number one thing you can do to help this show grow. And then like our videos and share our videos and hit the notification bell so you get it notified, hence the name, whenever we send out anything new. And then also you are absolutely welcome / encouraged to join us live on the show, as Aaron and Anna are with us. Awesome. Hey, glad you made it here. And then if you're with us live, glad to have you with us live. If you're checking out the recording of this one, we're glad to have you with us too. And what else did I forget? Find us and our wellness platform, please, and come work out with us. TheNextFitnessThing.com is where you come to do that. And then you're also welcome to join our Facebook group. You don't even have to be a TNFT member, but you likely will be if you try us out. So you can go to facebook.com/groups/@thenextfitnessthing, or if you're on Facebook, search The Next Fitness Thing. You'll probably find us that way. Okay, without further ado, I have been waiting for this moment for so long. Fernando, my dear Fernando, and Kelly says hi in the chat as well. Hi, Kelly. I'm so glad you're here. So, Fernando, what's going on?
I mean,
we need
not
to
really, not a lot.
Nothing new. You tell us first off. Tell the peeps that are listening and watching a little bit about how you and I crossed paths, because
we met. We
made history.
When did we meet? I believe it was either late 1996 or early 1997.
August 1997.
Yes. Wow, your memory is. Why don't you tell this? No, I'm kidding.
I just know that's when I moved to San Francisco to work at the radio station that we ended up working at together.
Yes.
So yeah,
We had
okay.
landed in our dream city at the time. It was our dream radio station. We really loved working for Z95.7. You did
Z95.7. I
point
got to sing the
seven. See, I
jingle.
know.
Yep.
And they say jingles aren't cool anymore. I mean, everybody
I
remembers
know.
jingles for the rest of their life. But yes, you did 10 a.m. to 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then I came on at
Depending.
night.
Yeah.
So the fact
Right.
that like you and I actually became friends is a miracle unto itself because normally like I'm on at night. I used to roll in at like 4:30 on a good day, and I would go on at 6, and I was out of there by 10:01, and
I remember.
and at the bar at like 10:05, so I there was definitely like this force that was like pulling us together, and somehow we became
For
friends,
sure.
and I'm so glad
We're
that
both
we
we're
did.
both from Pennsylvania. Well, I wasn't born
Hmm.
there, but I grew up there. So you're from Philly area.
I am from,
When
yeah, I was born
the
and raised in
same
Philadelphia.
same neck of the woods as my husband, by the way. So yay.
Yes, I went to the Catholic school. By the way, this is why I hate your husband. He went to North Penn High.
Join the club.
He went to North Penn High School, which is where I wanted to go to high school because like it was like this gigantic school. Like my friends would come up from Philadelphia that lived in like inner city Philadelphia, and we would
Yeah.
drive by your husband's high school, and they would say, "Is that a mall?" And I'd be like, "No, that's the public high school." Meanwhile, I went to the Catholic high school, which was like somebody's house with a trailer in the back of it. And like, we didn't even have a pool. I wanted to go to the school with the pool. And like, in fact, I had just read, tell your husband this, by the way, they just
Okay.
opened a Wawa inside his high school. There is a
No.
actual functioning, operating Wawa. And if you're
Wawa
on the East
convenience
Coast
store in the high school.
in the high school,
Dang.
they have them in Florida now and all that. But yes, his high school has a freaking Wawa in it. Now I hate him even more for going to
Okay.
the
I'll
high
let him. I'll
school.
let him know. Steve Fernando hates you. Okay. So you grew up in Pennsylvania. You got
Mhm.
started in radio when you were. Tell your radio story, and then kind of how you transitioned from radio into what you're doing now.
So once I got out of the little high school in the house with the trailer in the back,
And
I
no
went
Wawa.
to and no Wawa and no pool. But you know what? Let's not go there again. We're
Okay.
done with that.
We're over it.
Um, I went to Montgomery County Community College outside of Philadelphia, and all of my friends there. One of the reasons why I was so happy to go to that college is because they had a radio station and they had a radio, television, film, a major, and that you
Hmm.
could take. And they had an operating TV station and film equipment. It was actually a pretty cool setup. All of my friends at college were getting these internships at all the radio stations in town, and I was like, I want an internship. Why? If anybody should have an internship at this radio station, it should be me. So I
Oh,
called around to every radio station in Philadelphia except for the one that I actually listened to. And I was told no at every other radio station. And then finally it dawned on me one day, because I'm brilliant, that I should call this radio station that I love. It's called Q102. And it had
hmm.
just come on like maybe a few months ago. It was a top 40 radio station. We hadn't had a top 40 station playing current pop music in Philadelphia. So I called them and they said, "Oh, yeah, we need you. Come down. We need all the young people. Please come down." I'm like, "Great, I'll be there this afternoon." And they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, wait. How about you come down Thursday, sir?" And we we make an appointment. And I showed up for the appointment, and right away they're like, you're not going to get paid anything, but we can put you to work right away. And before I knew it, I was, filing away albums and learning how to
Oh,
drive a mobile studio.
oh
And
boy.
then there you go. It just kind of took off from there. And I, like within about 6 or 8 months, I worked up the courage to ask, not to be on the air, but actually to learn how to run the equipment, the board, in the studio. And my program
Mhm.
director at the time said, "You know what? If you go into the little production room and you make a tape and you just basically emulate what we do on the radio here, I'll listen to it, and if I like it, maybe I'll put you on the air." I said, "Okay, fine." So I took about 6 hours to make 30 seconds of tape, essentially,
This
of
all sounds
audio.
so familiar, by the way. Yeah.
And I gave my little demo tape, and then he said, "Okay, I'm going to put you on at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday." And the only people that are awake at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday are drunk people, which is great because again, the bar was set low, and
Low,
I could
right.
only regardless of how awful I was, it really didn't matter. No one would remember. So that's how it started.
Amazing. And here you are. And then when you decided to get out of radio, what got you interested in doing fitness for your livelihood?
Actually, I began my interest in fitness. I mean, I've been interested in fitness pretty much my entire life. I've always,
Yeah,
tried to, you know, yeah, there was always something. Either I'm a runner, I'm a cyclist, I am lifting weights. I mean, I've always been doing something. I'm also the person, that amongst my friends is like always trying some sort of crazy diet or, like just I'm not eating this right now, or I'm doing this or that. So like, it's always just been a part of my life. And, but a number of years ago, I met a trainer because I was having some serious lower back pain. And actually I had, like in my 30s, I really injured myself. I ruptured a disc, most likely working out and not working out with proper form.
Yeah.
And so that set me up for about a decade of really bad, sometimes acute lower back pain. And then eventually I met a trainer at a friend's house at a party, and he saw me in an acute position. Like I literally, like my back would go out and my entire body would be sort of in an S shape. And it was so painful. And it would just happen at random times. So this trainer, his name is Ryan, who was like an angel. He was a godsend to me. He's like, I think I can help you if you come see me at my gym and let's see what we can do. And and then that's where like where the sort of the interest of like maybe trying to help people was ignited within me, because literally like we were doing this, like, here, give me 10 of these. And then like when we really started very basically, as far as like the exercises that we needed to do, is very core focused exercises.
Yeah.
And basically, the way he explained it to me is just like, listen, your core is weak, and that's what's really causing a lot of your pain. And on top of the fact that like you're probably not really healing up whatever happened to you. So let's
Yeah.
just
There you
work
go.
on let's work on getting this firmed up in the middle, and then we'll worry about the rest of it later. And let's see where it goes. And you know what? After about 6 or 8 months of working out with him, I have not had that pain in the
Awesome.
longest time. So
Awesome.
and then
That core is
eventually
your
I met some
foundation.
other
Yep.
people that, yeah. And then I met some other people that came into my life. Like my most recent trainer in San Francisco was an unbelievable mentor, and just another guy, just another person who kind of, he was the one who sort of pushed me and said, you know what, you'd be fantastic at coaching people and doing this. So why don't you go and get your accreditation and let's make this happen. And I also had some friends who were opening a new gym, and they were also excited about me going in this direction. So they offered me a spot there, and you know what? It's been fantastic. So here in Portugal, it's been not as smooth. I just don't know as many people. It's a little bit training and fitness, a little different here, but
Right.
we're figuring it out. And
There you go.
we're definitely making some progress for sure.
Awesome. And now you're with us. Then you get to train virtually with
Yes.
us. And we cannot be more excited. And especially I could not be more excited to get to hang out with my buddy. Well, like hang out in different time zones. Like we got to figure out this whole time zone thing between Portugal and California again. But
Yeah.
all right, Fernando, we're going to put the discussion on hold for a little bit. We got some business to take care of. It is mid-show stretch break time. So Alexis has the video ready to go for us. Oh, while you're getting that video up, Anna in the chat says, going back to your dinner discussion, Fernando, in Athens, where Anna was just on vacation, you eat dinner at 10 to 11 p.m. And
I believe that.
Hello, Donna D, also checking in on the chat, right?
Hi, Donna D.
Okay, so here we go. Our mid-show stretch break. Hips need love. How many times do we talk about hips getting tight in this extravaganza we call the Next Fitness Show? So we're going to chalk pigeon pose, and yogis are probably pretty familiar with this pose. If you're not yet a yogi, you might want to incorporate some pigeon into your life. It's not necessarily for everybody. It can be rather intense, but it is a phenomenal hip opener. So there's this bendy, you know who, that's me. I was having an extra bendy day that day. But when you do pigeon, you start in a tabletop position. There you go. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then I'm pretty bendy. If you're not as bendy as me, that's okay. It's all right. We
That's
got options for you in
amazing.
this one. But
I am
I
not as bendy
remember
as you.
when I was a little kid, I remember sitting in the weirdest positions, like on the floor watching TV, and I'd be like, you know, and my mom's like, why are you sitting like that? I was like, because it's comfy. So yeah, when you bring one leg forward in front of your outer shin is on the floor in front of you, and then you might stay up on your hands in this position where I start here. You might come down on your forearms. You might, if you're extra bendy, excuse me, team hypermobile, be able to do what I'm doing in the video now. So that's why I showed all three versions of that when I shot this video, because everybody's got a different range of motion and flexibility and all those things. We also have a video here from our awesome trainer, Kathy, also a good buddy of ours. And Kathy has some props involved. So it's a way for you to take some of the intensity off of it. You'll see she has this little cushion that she's slipping under her back hip, and that gives you a little bit of extra comfort. So if your hips are, you know, maybe lifting up out of position or something, you can give that little extra height. So it makes it a little bit more accessible to you if you need that. And then from there, Kathy can go all the way down. But again, you might be up a little higher too. But hips, when we sit so much like we all are right now, frankly, doing this show, we need to open them up as much as we can. So if this is whatever reason not right for you at all, we understand. The next option I would give you would be to do a figure 4 stretch lying on your back with your ankle crossing over your opposite thigh. It's my favorite stretch in the whole wide world. I say that all the time in class. Alexis, since you're our resident yogi amongst the three of us, what you got to say about the pigeon?
Well, the most important thing I think for me to say about this is you don't want to feel it in your knee. So if you're doing this, you do want to feel it in your glute, your outer thigh, maybe even your lower back, that's fine. But if you're feeling a pull or pain in your knee, that is an indication that you either need to back off or realign yourself. So just be aware with that. One of the best things you can do to keep this as safe as you can is to, on the front leg, when you bring your foot forward, spread your toes and even press your front shin into the ground. And it keeps the muscles active that are the same ones that you're stretching, so that way you're essentially building strength into the flexibility, and it will help you to get more benefit out of the pose by doing that.
Awesome advice.
The other thing I just want to say with this is, I know everyone loves to, well, first of all, not everyone loves pigeon, and that's okay too. And I think the figure 4 is a good option, but it's very popular to bow forward in pigeon, which is what both of these videos are showing, is bowing forward in pigeon, right? And that is not always, you don't always have to do that. Like, you can keep your chest up in pigeon, and it's great for stretching the front of your hip on the back leg. And king pigeon pose is actually to bend the back knee and reach back and grab your foot, which, I mean, I'm not going to say I can do that, or most people can, but I'm just saying that the, like, you know, full expression of the pose, or whatever you want to call it, is actually to keep your chest up. So just saying, you may want to play with that, and there's a lot of benefit to doing it that way too.
Awesome. Fernando, have you done much yoga? You got any input in here?
You know what? I was about to say my second date with my now husband was yoga. In fact, in those early days together, we did a lot of yoga together. And yeah, thankfully I got better at it early, but I remember those early days were really, really, really difficult. But I'm just like, you know what? This guy is so hot. If he likes to do yoga, I'm gonna do yoga.
I will become a yogi for you, Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy, if you're watching.
He's
all right, so
he's in the front room watching some TV, but I'm sure he can hear. I'm sure he can hear me.
You heard his name. It's like,
he said thank you. He said thank you. and hello.
Hello. Okay, great. Pigeon done. Let's dip into the mailbag now. We're going to move on to the TNFS mailbag. And Kelly in the chat says pigeon is a great hip opener. Kelly is also training to get her yoga certification as well. So Kelly is on that. Yay. I can't wait to take your class, Kelly. All right. So next, into the mailbag we go. And we have a question this week from Billy. And Billy this is actually a pretty good question. Not that they're not all winners, of course, but Billy's question for us is, some exercises are full body. And this is regarding strength training, basically. Some exercises are full body and others focus on certain parts of the body. How can you incorporate these different types of workouts into your schedule, but keep things balanced so you don't overwork or injure yourself? Ooh, okay, I have some thoughts, but I'll let you guys take it. Alexis, do you want to go first on this one?
I mean, I just want to answer this question with the question, which is, what are you training for? Right? So there's so many different ways to approach this, and it really matters what you're training for. It matters what you enjoy, and it matters what's going on with your body. I mean, if you're to talk to a bodybuilder, they're going to have a completely different perspective on this than if you talk to a functional trainer. So what are you training for is really my biggest question here. I mean, overall, just to actually try to answer the question, what I would say is that if you are trying to build strength into a specific part of your body, then focusing on that part of your body is a good idea, especially combining exercises that all target that same part of your body in a row so that you're really increasing the amount of load and the amount of work you're asking that part of your body for, so that you'll see a big difference in that part of your body. But
example given Fernando and his core to help strengthen the back,
exactly.
Right?
And it might just be, I want to have more definitions on my legs or something. Like a lot of people are training for aesthetics, right? So for something like that, or maybe I know like Medwin is training for competition.
One of our TNFT trainers, who, for those not in the know.
Right. Thank you. So he's in all of these weightlifting competitions. And so he's training not necessarily for aesthetics, but he's training for performance. And so he's doing exercises to improve his performance of a specific part of his body. So that is going to be a more focused training to work hard on one piece of the puzzle, right? Where if your goal is something more like, I want to be able to, improve my balance and be more agile and be more physically present in my body and improve my health, then training your body overall all in one piece and doing more total body movements is generally a good idea. And especially if you have a very limited amount of time to spend on your workouts, then training total body moves hits many different pieces at the same time. So it's an efficient way for you to exercise. So
that's actually where I was going to go with my points as well. So it's like, how many days a week do you have to train? Are you just starting out, or have you been at strength training for a while? If you're just starting out, you might want to do just a couple of total body moves a week so that you don't like overuse or injure yourself. How hard are you training? Like, how much recovery do you need between days? You might want to, if you're going really, really hard, you might want to split it into split workouts. So do your upper body one day, your lower body one day. And while one area is doing the work, the area that you work the day before is recovering. So like 48 hours off at least between body parts. So there are a lot of moving parts to that question. Billy, it's a great question. And I had one more thought about that. No, I think that was pretty much it. So I covered it. Fernando, do you have anything else to add?
I was no, I agree with everything you guys covered, and you covered it all pretty well. But I would also add a part in about basically just listening to your body, right? Because I know we have those days where we're just like, okay, well, on the schedule it says this is what I'm doing today. I'm doing my upper body, or I'm doing whatever you decide to do, and then you get to the gym and you're like, I don't, maybe my mind wants to do this, but my body's saying, no, you need to take a day. Or maybe it's a completely different thing. Like I've had days where I'm just like, okay, today's leg day. And I get in, I'm like, no, I think it's an upper body day. It just, just kind of being in tune with how you feel, I think will help you, progress, but also avoid injury and, and keep you in good health so you can keep on doing what you need to do.
Amen. I mean, how often around here at the Next Fitness thing do we say, listen to your body? That's kind of the answer in a nutshell, Billy. But thank you so much for sending along that question. I hope that was helpful. And again, if you have any more questions for us, we're always looking for them. So send them on into tnft@thenextfitnessthing.com. Alexis, I'm looking at the clock. We're going over today, just in case you were wondering. I hope that's okay. So the next thing we have on the agenda, we've gotten you mobile through your hips. We're going to do a little bit more mobilization of your hips as part of one of those multi-body exercises. Our move of the week, the one that we hate to love and love to hate this week, it is burpee time. It is burpee time, team. So Who here hates burpees? Alexis loves burpees,
Me.
by the way. Alexis actually has a cheer for burpees. Alexis, we're not going anywhere until you give your burpee cheer.
It
Doesn't sound
goes,
right.
we love burpees. Yay! We love burpees. Yay! We love burpees.
So
Yay!
you do like a different word for each part of the movement. We love burpees.
Exactly. That's
exactly.
it. That's it.
It's
Okay,
hands,
I'm gonna-
hands on the floor is we, back to the plank is love, feet into the squat is burpees, jump it up is yay. So we love burpees.
Oh, yay.
I'm
Okay.
not
All
seeing what
right.
I'm trying to share.
Can't forget
Yeah.
that yay.
Yeah,
So,
the yay is the
burpees
crucial
are-
element.
The
It's
yay
true.
is the crucial element. Yeah. Burpees it's like one of those take your medicine exercises, frankly, because they're so good for you and they do so many good things for your body. So here is a really good form on burpees with our demo model here. So she is coming into first from standing, a squat, jumping back into that beautiful plank, ears, shoulders, hips, and heels all in a line, jumping forward with the heels down, which is important, and then standing or jumping up at the top. So there are a million different ways I think that you could modify a burpee or make it right for you. I do low impact burpees. My knees and my hips don't like to pound on that much anymore. So I will step back into my burpee. That's my version. You could elevate your hands to a countertop or a bench or even a wall and do your burpee in that position. Help me out here, team. What else? What else can we do to modify the burpee?
You know, sometimes if you're not feeling it, you skip the jump. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or I know my trainer, when he's really feeling sadistic, he'll go ahead and make me do a push-up when I'm in the plank position.
You can go the other way. Yep.
Or add a backflip at the top, whatever.
That's you, Alexis.
Go crazy.
But what we're doing here, this is all in one. Cardio, because it's going to get your breathing and heart rate up. Strength, because you've got to support yourself in that plank and stick the landing down at the bottom. So that takes core and upper body strength, and hips are part of your core, but I'll call them lower body as well. And then mobilizing through your hips and a little bit of shoulders as well in that one. So you're getting so much done in that little bitty exercise. One set of burpees and you're going to feel it. Especially if it's a 5-minute set of burpees. No, I don't expect anybody to go for 5 minutes. Although we have some trainers on our staff who have done some long haul burpee action. Alexis.
Yeah, like I believe our very first
Sherry,
5K,
right?
2 of our trainers, so it was Rosie and Sherry, both did a 5K of burpees. So 3.1 miles of burpees.
Dang.
I'm not going to suggest anyone else do that.
Better than me.
Yes, right.
There is a guy on Instagram that I follow who's called the Real Burpees King. And he basically, it is an Instagram of a man with tattoos who is just shirtless doing burpees. And like, it's his thing. And like, what I love about it is that like his burpees are so fluid. Like it is almost effortless for him. Like he could definitely do a 10K of burpees, but he also has like this like little mat on his floor. And you can tell he's done so many burpees that there's like, the floor is worn out where he's placed his hands and his feet.
That's hilarious.
So
my gosh.
Yeah.
But like but again, like I don't know why someone sent me this Instagram, like you just got to watch this guy do burpees. I'm like, okay, sure.
Okay.
And now I'm telling you it's addictive. Like I look for the Real Burpees King all the time when I'm just like going through my Instagram. Anyway, he does them really well. If you want to follow the Real Burpees King, I believe that's what his Instagram name is.
Hashtag
Maybe he'll motivate you too to do these burpees.
I mean, the thing I just want to say about burpees while we're here, especially because I do love burpees, is that burpees, you might hate them and you might not want to do them. Now, burpees essentially is getting down onto the ground and getting back up. And that is something that's really important for you to be able to continue to be able to do. To get all the way down, and I'm talking belly to the ground, and then get back up from that position and all the way to stand. And if you don't practice it, then it's something that you could lose the ability to be able to do. So whatever it looks like for you, even if it doesn't even remotely look like this exercise that we just shared screen of, even if you need to come down to your knee and do more and like crawl your way to the floor to lie on your belly and use the wall and the couch and everything to crawl your way back up to standing. I highly encourage you to practice getting all the way to the ground and all the way back up. And I would suggest doing that at least one time per day. So that is really why I love the burpees. And I think it's really important for us all to be practicing some version of them. So that's my burpee evangelism. There you go.
Agreed. And I think like just about any exercise or any sort of or any movement, right? That maybe in the beginning we don't really like it because we just haven't been doing it, right? But again, the more consistent you get and the more progress you see in how well you can do these moves, then all of a sudden you start to like when you're able to actually do them and you can do a bunch of them. Like it's just amazing how quickly your attitude will change between, oh, I hate these two. Oh, I love them. I have to do them all the time. Like I love a push-up. I could do a push-up all day. But in the beginning, I hated push-ups. But now that I can do a bunch of them, they're the greatest.
Yeah, of course. And I'll remind those of you who are looking at the burpees like, I don't know if I want to go there. Baby steps, as Alexis alluded to, baby steps are still steps. So start somewhere. Start with the squat, then work your way in as much as you see fit that goes with your body and what it can handle. Challenge yourself when you want to try to challenge yourself. Do it safely. If it hurts, find something else to do, of course. And oops, we got some chat action here. Hang on a second. Kelly says that's why you should practice yoga. There you go, Kelly. Another yoga plug. Kelly's on it in the chat. Awesome. Okay. We need to move on because we have so many things to talk about that are coming to the next fitness thing. And OMG, we got to get into this. We have, first off, we have another community event coming up this weekend. We just had Mother's Day yoga with our team leader, Casey, making her yoga debut with us this past Sunday. Yay. This Sunday, we have our AAPI Heritage Month walk because May is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And this is one of several of our Heritage Month walks that we used to sponsor community events with the Next Fitness Thing. Team leader Anna gets to take the reins this time around, and this is going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific time during Anna's regular Sunday shift now that she's a part of our schedule. And it's an opportunity for us to just, to include everybody in this awesome platform and, celebrate everybody's successes and send all the love around because everybody deserves it. And if you want to find out more, this is, as all of our TNFT community events are, this is all access, which means anybody's welcome to join us. The URL is on your screen, aapiwalk.thenextfitnessthing.com. That is Trainer Medwin on the left of the graphic there. That is Trainer Rithvik on the right, and hi to Janella in the middle. She works behind the scenes for us, and she is awesome. So, so there you go. That is coming up this Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. And that is going to be Sunday, May 19th. In case you're watching this later, that's when it happened. So the next thing we wanted to fill you in on,
and it will be recorded as was the last one, so you could always do it that way if you need to.
Thank you. You catch the replay for sure. What else is next? Okay, let me find my place. There we go. Oh, kilometers for Kaydee. We had Erin Entlick from Project Soulflower as our guest last week. Hi, Erin, if you happen to be watching. She is amazing, and this is our first at the Next Fitness Thing, our first nonprofit fundraising 5K that we're going to be hosting. So this is going to be to benefit Project Soulflower, which is an organization that grants bucket list dreams for young adults because the traditional wish granting operations cut it off at age 18. This grants wishes and dreams for those who are 18 to 26. And it was founded by Kaydee Koch. So she is sadly no longer with us. She succumbed to cancer, but that was her dream to get this organization started. And the money that is raised from this will go to grant those bucket list dreams. So if you can join us, please do. We're going to have 2 heats of this. Saturday, June 8th, which is only like 3 weeks from now if we're live, and Sunday, June 9th as well. I will be leading the one on Saturday, June 8th. I hope to see you there. And the URL you can go to sign up is 5k.projectsoulflower.org. You can also get there through the Next Fitness Thing, K4K, K, the number 4, letter K, .thenextfitnessthing.com. And Alexis, correct me if I'm wrong on that. And then you can get signed up And we would love to see you and raise a whole bunch of money. And the signups are coming in fast and furious. So we cannot wait for this. It's going to be the first of many of these that we hope for wonderful causes all around. Alexis, did you have anything else on this?
No, that's great. Yes, let's do it.
Awesome. Okay, yay, let's do it. Next, we have another Step Into Fitness walking challenge. And for those of you who have never taken our walking classes at the Next Fitness Thing, you are missing out. This is a prime opportunity for you and a great occasion to do it too, because May is National Mental Health Awareness Month. So that is the theme for this 3-week walking challenge. It's Step Up for Mental Health. So these classes are going to be Mondays through Thursdays, starting this coming Monday, May 20th, running through June 6th, 4 days a week. They're 25-minute classes, all of them. Some of them are lighter hearted. We have our rhyming ramble. I know, Kelly, if you're watching in the chat right now, you had requested, when's rhyming ramble, our fun word game, coming back? It's coming back for this challenge. So we're very excited about that. And also we're going to be discussing various aspects of, since we're not just about the physical health here at the Next Fitness Thing, it's the whole package, the whole wellness oeuvre, if you will. Oeuvre? Did I just say oeuvre? I don't know what word it is. But we're going to be chatting during your classes about things that you can do and ways that you can find help and things like that. And I want to shout out Mental Health America, which is one of the sponsors of this month and this observation, because they've given me and us a wealth of information that we're going to be passing along in these classes. And we're going to talk about how you can get in touch with them and maybe even throw them a buck or two to help them with a cause. So stepup.thenextfitnessthing.com is where you go to get in on that. And Alexis, what you got? Anything?
There's a prize.
There's a prize. Thank you. There is a prize at the end of this one. We're going to have a TNFT logo journal at the end of this one. And we're going to have a little mini bingo game. And we're going to have, I know Fernando's like, oh, I want one of those.
I know. Ooh, I'm in on this.
So a mini bingo game with self-care and mental wellness tasks for you to check off your mini bingo card, send it in, and you get put in the running for the TNFT logo journal, which is a wonderful thing to have to write down your thoughts and your workouts and things like that. So again, stepup.thenextfitnessthing.com. And Fernando, you're already leading walking classes for us. How are you digging the walks?
I love the walks. The walks are actually, I mean, if I have to choose a favorite, although I don't have to choose a favorite, but I like the walks.
Yes, you do right now.
I love the walks because that gives us a chance to all chat with one another, right? Like, I mean, the workout classes are fantastic. They're great, but you get in and you're getting the workout in, you were sweating, you're doing your movements, and then it's done. But in the walks, we get to talk about trivia questions. We get to share pictures with one another. I mean, the walks are really where I feel like we get to sort of build community through the Next Fitness Thing. And I really do appreciate the walks. And I wasn't expecting that. I just kind of thought, okay, well, it's going to be basically, let's keep each other company for 25 minutes, but it's a very, it's a lot of fun. It is definitely already one of my favorite things.
And see, that's coming from a trainer. That's not even from a teammate who's taken our classes. And this is like, we mean it. These walking classes are the bomb. So if you haven't checked us out, please do. Okay, a couple more things, and then we need to wrap this because we're way over already, but it's good way over. Scholarships to the Next Fitness Thing. If you know anybody or you yourself have budgetary issues that prevent you from maybe purchasing a membership from the Next Fitness Thing, how about a 6-month free membership featuring unlimited live and replay classes? We are accepting applications now. If you know any deserving nonprofit organizations that might have some peeps who could benefit from this as well, we'd be happy to hear from you. You can reach out to us at tnft@thenextfitnessthing.com. And these scholarships come from the heart from members of our Next Fitness Thing service team who got that membership for themselves for volunteering to be on our service team, but they gave them back to us so we can pass them on to somebody else who otherwise wouldn't be able to join us. We have the best crew. It is just amazing. So the scholarship application is on our website. It is thenextfitnessthing.com/scholarships to find your way to the page that's on your screen now. And Alexis, did I miss anything there? I always have you doing my cleanup.
I mean, thanks for asking. I mean, the only thing I just want to say with that is I just feel like so many times people are giving away free stuff trying to it's a trick, and this is not a trick. It is literally a free membership that we're giving out of,
This is
this
is not what's called a loss leader to get you in the door.
No,
this is like, this is
it's
from
an
the heart.
actual free membership. So if this is something you need or somebody else needs, if you're actually ready to work out and do it and the money is the thing, then like apply.
We got you covered. Yeah. So again, thenextfitnessthing.com/scholarships is where you go. And then one more plug for the lovely trainer, Kathy. Her Back to Yoga Basics challenge is going to be starting on June. What is our start date on this one? I keep forgetting. It is June what? It's June 4th. There it is, right in front of my face.
June 4th on the screen.
There we go. It says now starts June 4th.
Woot, woot. Okay, so
exclamation point.
June 4th, hello stars around it. Yes, so this challenge is going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays live in the Next Fitness Thing app and platform. If you can't make it live, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time is when those classes will be live. Of course, they will be recorded for the replay team as well. Going to break down those basics like we were talking about earlier, finding the versions of the move that maybe if this particular version of pigeon isn't right for you, you can kind of experiment and find your way there. Kathy is a great yoga guide, and she's going to be taking care of you. So you can go to yogabasics.thenextfitnessthing.com and get in on that. And
Kathy is so great too. Like, she was one of the first trainers that I began watching a while back, and being in a couple of the sessions with her. She is like the queen of love and light. Like, she is.
Hi, Kathy, if you're watching.
She just has a friendly-ness about her. I really, really appreciate Kathy. So lots of shout out, Kathy.
Absolutely. Yeah. One more thing about Back to Yoga Basics. If the cost was a drawback for you from joining us when we were originally going to do this Back to Yoga Basics challenge, the price is reduced for TNFT members. So make sure you put your member discount in at your checkout. Just type that in and you're good to go. All right. So we got you covered there. And we are 15 minutes over time.
You can blame me. I talk so much.
We barely scratched the surface on this one. So you've now been introduced to Fernando.
If you want more, just say.
Can we do a part 2? I'll do a part 2 next week.
You're welcome at any time, dude. I mean, anytime you want to stay up past 9 o'clock, we got you. All right.
On a Friday night. I mean, what else do I have going on?
And really quickly, Fernando, how did you end up in Portugal?
How did I end up? We wanted to live in Europe. I try to make this answer short because I know we're late, but we wanted to live in Europe for a long time, and it was always just sort of like a dream or just something that we would, like, my husband and Jeremy and I would talk about. And initially we tried Italy because my parents are from Italy, and there's a way you can get a visa through your heritage. Well, Italy doesn't really have their act together, and that never panned out. And then we started reading about Portugal, and Portugal does has its act together, and they've got they've got visas for just about anybody, really. Nice. And one of them was like, oh, okay, that's doable. We could make this happen. And also because I was not under a long-term contract with any employer for the first time in my life, I feel like we thought we could probably put a date on this and actually make it happen. And then we visited a few times, and we absolutely fell in love with Lisbon. And then the more we started to explore around Portugal, we just thought, wow, this place is amazing, and let's go and live. Let's go and see what it's like for a year or two. And here we are in year 2. So yay. I don't know. I tell people now that we're here indefinitely. So I'm not going to say we're here for good, but at least for the time being, it is a great place to be, and I'm so glad we've done this.
And that's why Fernando is covering the early morning classes for our early birds, because he's several time zones ahead of us in the States. So thank you, Fernando. Our morning peeps love that. Kelly says in the chat, yes, Fernando, next week. So apparently you're coming back. And we do actually have, one more thing I wanted to mention. I know we're super long here, but this is, we have next week, our guest is RD Sharon B. She's coming back to answer nutrition questions. So if you have any nutrition questions for Sharon, you can send those into us as well. Yeah, don't get me started. TNFT at thenextfitnessthing.com. Sharon will be happy to answer those. And one more.
I just want to call out Mary Beth. Beth for waking up at 2:00 in the morning to take Fernando's class last week. She
Yes,
literally
thank
woke up
you.
at 2 a.m.
What's
to take
up?
Fernando's class last week.
You were the best.
Fernando,
Thank you.
I wouldn't have done it for anybody but you, man. So
Aw.
yeah. So we need to wrap this. There was one more thing. Donna says, great talk today. Thank you, Donna, for that. And we need to put the bow on this and get on out of here. But thank you so much for joining us. I hope it was worth your time. Stay in the extra 19 minutes with us. But before we part ways, do please, again, if you have not done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Help spread the word. Every little eyeball and earball on us helps us grow, please. So like the videos, share the videos, spread them around. That's a great way for us to get visibility and bring in resources so we can bring in more of the things that you want us to bring to you, which we want to bring to you. And we need those resources to do it. So help us out there. Hit the notification bell, get notified whenever we do something new up on the platform. And of course, if you have not yet joined us at the Next Fitness Thing, you are absolutely welcome to join this party that just happened here. So the nextfitnessthing.com is where you go. We're out of here. So thank you so much for everybody who joined us live, everybody who checked out the recording. Thank you, Fernando. I love you so much. I'm so glad you're here.
I love you too.
Alexis, thank you. And thank you, everybody. Let's high five it and boogie on out of here. Bang. All right, let's play it out. Ready to dance, Fernando? You said you were going to dance. Let's do it. Wait. I'll start singing. Don't make that happen. Here we go. Okay, the logo's up and there we go. Okay.